are going to study Castigliano's first theorem. This Castigliano's first theorem is used to determine slope and deflection. We have already seen Macaulay's method. We are with conjugate beam method, and today we are going to study Castigliano's first theorem. Now, this Castigliano's theorem, also known as strain energy method. Castigliano's first theorem states that the partial derivative of strain energy with respect to any load gives displacement under that load. But this load should be variable load. We should not have constant load because we cannot take derivative with respect to constant load. So Castigliano's theorem states that partial derivative of strain energy with respect to any load gives displacement under that load. Means if load is downward and we get displacement plus, means my displacement is in the direction of the load. If load is downward and we got value of displacement as minus, it shows displacement is in the opposite direction of the load. That means in upward direction. Now we know we have strain energy, which is m square dx upon 2ei, and we have to take derivative with respect to a redundant, or in this we are going to say we are going to take derivative with respect to load. So better, instead of redundant, we can write it as in with respect to load. And if we will go with, if we will consider a load as P, then we are going to get it as delta U by delta P, that is equal to 0 to L to M. So derivative of M, and we have this is with respect to P. So I can write it as delta U by delta P into dx upon 2ei. 2ei get cancelled, and I will get m into delta m by delta p dx upon ei. And by using this equation, we are in position to calculate a displacement under load P. So this value I can say as delta suffix P. So that will shows displacement under load P. So according to Castigliano's theorem, derivative of strain energy with respect to load gives displacement under that load. So delta U by delta P is equal to 0 to L m delta m by delta P dx upon ei. And this we are going to say as displacement under the load. So this will gives me displacement under load P. So now we have to go only for this equation. We need not require to go for anything. So here we can see displacement under that load, and that we can denote it as delta suffix P. If we have to find slope, then we have to take derivative with respect to moment M, because concentrated load relates with your linear displacement and angular displacement will relate with moment. So now we will go with some problems on this. So now we are interested to determine deflection at cantilever end for beam AB as shown in figure by using Castigliano's first theorem, that is strain energy method. So we have this as given beam AB with concentrated load P at cantilever end. Now, as you have seen Castigliano's second theorem, so we have same format of the table, only change there we have delta U by delta P, here delta U by delta R, that is partial derivative with respect to redundant, and that will give us minimum value, that is, and here we are going to get delta U by delta P as delta. So we have member, same we have this origin, limit, EI, M, and delta M by delta P. Now here we are going to consider member BA, origin we have B, limit 0 to L, EI we have EI, and M we have minus P into X. We are going to consider X somewhere here. So this is value of X. origin we have b, and then we have minus p into x because we are coming from right and we have clockwise as minus. And if we will take derivative of this, we have minus x. And then as we know, we have da by u by da by p, which is delta b. So that is load and displacement under load p. So da by u by da by p is equal to delta b. And we have m da by m by da by p dx upon ei. M we have minus p into x. And da by m by da by p we have minus x. So we will substitute this value in this equation. So we are going to get 0 to L minus px minus x dx upon ei. And if you will take integration of this, then we are going to get it as PL cube upon 3ei. And as we are going to get value plus, means my displacement is in the direction of the load, that is downward. So displacement at cantilever end when a concentrated load is acting at cantilever end is PL cube upon 3ei. Now we will switch over to, so positive value indicates that is in the direction of load. So now second we have determine deflection at center for beam AB as shown in figure by using Castigliano's first theorem. So we have same beam and we are interested to determine displacement at C. Now in Castigliano's theorem, where you require displacement, you should have variable load at that point. Means to find out displacement at point C, I require a concentrated load. If concentrated load is not available at that point, then we have to apply dummy load at that point. Means at point C, I have to apply a dummy load. And now as we have at B, P, so we cannot go for P over here. So we have to take some other value. So you can see this diagram. And here we have beam with dummy load W. So I have considered dummy load at C. And then we are going to prepare the table in the same fashion, but here we have da by u by da by w, not da by p. So you can see this member, origin, limit, ei, m, and here da by m by da by w. And now we will write equation. Now we are going to get two regions. One is B to C and second C to A. Where my bending moment changes, my region will be different one. And then I will write it. So first I have B to C, origin is B. Limit we have 0 to L by 2, ei we have ei, m we have minus p into x. So we have considered only in this region, so B to C, and we have value of x we have from here. So we have this value of x, and then we are going to get it as minus p into x. Now if we will take derivative with respect to w, then this derivative will be 0. So now I will go with second region, which will be C to A. Now origin we have considered C. Limit will be 0 to L by 2. Then we have E. Now what will be bending moment? So we have minus P into X plus L by 2. Now keep in mind origin is C. So X we are going to consider from C. So we have this will be X. So till C only. So we are going to get this as minus p into x plus L by 2. And then for w, that is minus w into x. So you can see this minus p into x plus L by 2 minus w into x. And now derivative we have minus x. Because derivative of this we are going to get as 0 because we do not have w term in this one. And then we have to go for delta c, that is da by u by da by w. But now when we are going with values of deflection and when we are going to integrate it, so now this w is dummy load, so we are going to make it 0 because we have this dummy load we have applied. This load is not available over there, and then we have to go for integration. So now first term, this is da by u by da by w now. So instead of p, I will write it as w, and then we will get it as m into, this is again we are going to get it as w dx upon e, and then we will put the values minus p into x plus L by 2 into minus x, and then we have to integrate it from 0 to L by 2 because first term becomes 0. So we have only second term, and when you put solve this integration, then you are going to get this value, that is 5 PL cube upon 48 ei. So in actually Castigliano's theorem, this is we can say disadvantage that you have to apply variable load if not available at that point. And for every displacement that may be linear or that may be angular, you have to go with different table. You cannot go in one table. Whereas in Macaulay's method, once we have calculated C1 and C2 value and we frame the equation of slope and deflection, then we can find value at any point. If we will go conjugate beam method, once you have plotted bending moment diagram, then you can find at any point. But in Castigliano's theorem, you have to apply separate. Now we will go with third problem, that is determine slope at cantilever end at B. And already I mentioned whenever I have with slope, then I should be variable moment available at that point. So now I do not have variable moment at point B and I have to find out slope. So we have to apply dummy moment over here. Then you can see we have applied dummy moment over here. And then we have to go with same table, change only I have, that is dabba M by dabba M. You can see over here. And then we have to go for BA, then B, 0 to L, EI. Now equation is minus P into X minus M. We need not require to go for any term with M as we require in case of Macaulay's method. Here we need not require to go for. And then we have minus derivative with respect to M. So we have first term minus Px0 and then we have minus 1. And now as we have already seen, so as this M we have dummy, so we are making it as 0. So we make it as 0. And then we can go with dabba U by dabba M. That will be theta B. So here again we have M into dabba M by dabba M. Dx upon EI. And then we will substitute the values. So we have minus Px minus 1 dx upon EI. And then I will get value of theta B equal to PL square upon 2 EI. And as we are going to get value plus, it shows my slope at B, that is in clockwise direction. So whatever we are going to get value plus means is in the direction of the applied load. It may be concentrated load or it may be coupled. Now we will go for next problem where these we have considered standard cases over here. So we are interested to determine deflection at center. You cannot find two values at a time in Castigliano's first theorem or strain energy method. You have to go for different table. Now here we will go with P by 2, P by 2. Now we have concentrated load which is variable at center. So we need not require to apply any dummy load over there. And then we can have table for this. So same way, no change. And then just we have to integrate. Now you can see A origin 0 to L by 2 EI, then minus P by 2 into X. And then we have minus X by 2. So X again we have considered from A, and that is between A to C. Now here you can see, if we will see equation from B to C, then we are going to get equation as same. So we need not require to go for equation from B to C. We can make it twice. In case of Macaulay's method, you have to go in one direction only. You cannot change the direction. But in strain energy method or Castigliano's first theorem, partly you can write from left, partly you can write from right. This already we have seen in Castigliano's second theorem, and that same concept we are going to apply this in Castigliano's first theorem. Now dabba U by dabba P, we have delta C. Now 0 to L, M dabba M by dabba P, dx upon EI. So 2 times. So that is A to C and B to C. So minus P by 2x minus X by 2 dx upon EI. And then we are going to get Px square dx upon 2 EI. 1, 2 gets cancelled in this. And then we are going to get value of delta C PL cube upon 48 EI plus means I have this downward direction. So now we will go with next problem, that is we have considered UDL throughout, and then we are interested to determine displacement at center. So as we require displacement at center and no vertical load is there, so I have to apply dummy load at points. You can see over here. And then we have A to C and then we have B to C. Again, we have twice of this. But now reactions you have to find out after applying dummy load. So we have applied dummy load P and then reactions are calculated, which will be WL by 2 plus P by 2 and WL by 2 plus P by 2. And then we have to prepare the table. Same, no change we have in this. And then we are in this fashion. And from this, we are going to get bending moment. You can see WL by 2 plus P by 2 into X minus WX square by 2. And when we will take derivative, then derivative with respect to P, we will get value as x by 2. Because this WL by 2, that becomes 0, first term, and WX square by 2 also becomes 0 with respect to P. And then we have to just put in the equation m da by m by da by P dx upon EI, and by substituting these values, you are going to get value of delta C. And that delta C, we are going to get 5WL by L4 upon 384 EI. And as we are going to get this value as plus, that means my displacement is in downward direction. Now integration, you can do it. We will not go in detail with this integration. Then we will go with next problem. So I am going a little bit fast. So here we are interested to determine slope at support A. And we have already discussed, when I require slope, I have to apply moment M. And when I require displacement, I have to apply dummy load over there, if variable load is not available. So now we have to go for dummy moment at A. Now we have applied clockwise. If value get plus, then that will be clockwise. Otherwise, it will be anti-clockwise. So we have calculated reactions. So RA, we will get P by 2 minus M by L, and RB, we will get P by 2 plus M by L. And then we have to go in the same fashion. So we have here da by M by da by M. And then we have to write down now A to C and B to C is not same, because in A to C we have M is there, B to C we do not have M over there. So we have to write two regions separately, and that two regions we have mentioned here. First A to C. So we have origin A, limit 0 to L by 2 EI. M will be P by 2 minus M by L into X. So I have separated it, P by 2 into X minus M by L into X plus M. And we have to take derivative with respect to M. So we have derivative with respect to this minus X by L, and derivative with respect to M, we have 1. So we have minus X by L plus 1. Now similarly, now I will go from B to C. So we have B to C, origin B 0 to L by 2 EI. Now we have P by 2X plus M by LX. I have taken P by 2 separate, M by L separate. X is between B to C, and in first A to C, we have X is between A to C. And then if you will take derivative, you have X by L. And then we have to integrate it by substituting in the equation. So theta M, da by M by da by M. So this will be da by U by da by M. So this will be da by U by da by M. And then we have to put the values. And by substituting these values, we are going to get value of theta A. And that value we are this in this one, when we are going to combine this. So we have P by 2 X, this is common. So we have taken common P by 2X. So we have minus X by L plus 1, and this plus X by L. So we have substituted in this. And then this minus X by L and plus X by L gets cancelled. And we have only P by 2X. And then if you integrate it, then we are going to get it as Px square by 4. And then if I will put it, X is equal to L by 2, then it becomes PL square by 16 here. As it is positive, so it is clockwise. And then we will go one problem, that is last one. This problem actually we are with Macauley's method, and we have made corrections, that is in mistake in your last two, that is value of YB and YC there. So C1 we have considered that is wrong, that is 28.3, and we have considered minus 21.78. So there is mistake which we have seen over here now. So we are in this way. So where we have to find displacement, we are interested to find displacement at point B. So as we are interested with displacement at point B, so I have to apply dummy load over there. Once I have applied dummy load over there, I have to find reactions. So I will calculate reaction. So I will get a reaction as RD is equal to 25.56 plus 0.44 P. Now once I know RD, I can find RA by summation Fy equal to 0. That we have not calculated over directly. We have mentioned here because concentrated load is 30 only. So 30 minus 25.56. So it comes 4.44. And here we have 0.44. So here we have 0.56. And then we can go A to B, B to C, and C to D. Now here preferable A to B, and then D to C and C to B. If you will come from B to C, then your terms will be more because P will be involved in that one. And then we have derivative of P also. So automatically integration and all this term increases. So we are going to consider this, and then we will write, remember that is first we have A to B, origin A, limit 0 to 2 EI, and at the moment we have just reaction into X. So 4.44 plus 0.56 P into X, and you will take derivative with respect to P, then we have to consider this 0.56 P into X. So we have this. So if you separate it, then you will understand 0.56 p into x. So we are going to get dabba m by dabba p 0.56 x. Now similarly, I can go d to c. Now d to c coming from right. So d 0 to 1.5, then ei we have, and then 25.56 plus 0.44 p into x. So here we will get 0.44x. So we have 0.44x. And then we have c to b. So c to b, origin c, then 0 to 1 ei. Then you can see 25.56 plus 0.44 p into, now we are going to get x, that x is between c to b. So we are going to consider x between this. So we have this as x. And then we have 25.56 plus 0.44 p into x plus 1.5 minus 30 into x. And then if we will take a derivative with respect to p, then we have 0.44 in bracket x plus 1.5. So we have 0.44x for 0.44 into x plus 1.5. And then we are going to integrate it. So we are going to integrate dabba u by dabba p. That will gives me delta b. And then if we will put integrate it, and then by integration, you are going to get value of delta b is equal to, we have first 0 to 2 value is 6.63 upon ei. Then 0 to 1.5, 12.65 upon ei. And 0 to 1, we have 31.62 upon ei. And we will get delta b value as 50.9. There we have that value something 38. So that correction is there in Macaulay's method. There's C1 value when we will take in calculation in last slide. That's value we are committed a mistake. So likewise, I will get value of delta b that is equal to 50.9 upon ei. So, and then last I have considered in this. So I will just go this. So deflection at point B. So I have to apply dummy load over here. Then I have to find reaction over here. So we have calculated reaction over here. And after calculating reaction, we have prepared the table. So now I will directly show you the table. So actually we have over here, that is dummy load P. And then we will write, now I will not again explain this. You can see this A to B, origin A 0 to 2.5, 23.39 plus 0.64 p x minus 5x square. So 10x square by 2, I directly marked it as minus 5x square. Then 0.64x. Then for DC, D 0 to 1.5 EI, 21.61 plus 0.36 p into x, so 0.36x. And similarly for CB, we will get 0 to 1 EI, and then we are going to get this 0.36x plus 1. And then we can go for dabba u by dabba p. So we are going to consider these three terms integration. So whenever we are going for this, so we are going to put this value as 0 because p is dummy load. So p term will not be there in your integration equation. So this should not be there. So this becomes 0 over there. And therefore you can see over here 23.39 x minus 5x square. So 23.39x minus 5x square into 0.64x. Here again this term becomes 0. So you are going to get this as 21.61 into x into 0.36x. And then if you will go to the third, then you are going to get in this fashion, that is 21.61 into x plus 1 minus 20x. And then we have 0.36x plus 1 dx upon ei. And then delta B, we are going to get 46.72 upon EI plus 2.59 upon EI plus 86.71 upon EI, and that will be 136.02 upon EI. And the value is plus, that means my displacement is in downward direction. Likewise, we have to go with these problems which are related with your Castigliano's theorem, and this theorem is also known as strain energy method. So this is all about your Castigliano's theorem, that is strain energy method. And today we will stop here only.